Welcome back, everyone. The war in Ukraine continues, and we begin with the first footage. The video quality is not great, but what happens is significant. A Ukrainian drone is chasing a Russian soldier through a wooded area. This is one of the most intense pursuits you'll witness. The moment the soldier realizes the drone is behind him, he starts running. The forest should offer a good chance to escape, but the drone operator is so experienced that he manages to track him even in this terrain. The soldier runs with all his strength, but he begins to tire. The operator waits for a single mistake and finds it. As the soldier moves onto the road, the drone operator seizes the moment and successfully targets him. Instead of destruction, you're witnessing a moment of relief. A Ukrainian defender named Maxim reacts after successfully taking down an incoming threat. This footage is quite unusual. The soldier you see is a Russian soldier trying to fight off the drone, but that's not the only striking detail. As the Ukrainian FPV drone moves closer, it becomes clear that the soldier appears to be quite elderly. Some viewers have previously suggested that certain individuals sent to the front may come from vulnerable backgrounds. This moment seems to reflect that concern. As the drone moves in to attack, the soldier can be seen making unusual gestures. Was he trying to signal surrender? It's unclear, but it isn't enough to stop the strike. You've seen Magyar's birds on this channel before. Here they are again, and the story is the same. Russian soldiers scattered across hundreds of kilometers of Donetsk terrain, moving alone, with no real answer to what's coming from above. One by one, they become targets. No coordination, no cover, no effective defense. And you guys actually brought this up in the comments. If these soldiers had shotguns, they'd at least have a fighting chance against a drone. Honestly, you're probably right. A shotgun spread pattern is one of the few small arms options that makes any practical sense against a low-flying FPV. But out here, they don't have that. They have rifles, and rifles against a drone that moves like this. You've seen how that ends. So let's settle it. What's the most effective personal weapon a soldier could carry right now to defend against FPV drones? This footage shows a Ukrainian civilian recording an incoming Iranian-made Russian Shahed drone as it flies over residential areas. The drone passes close above him, narrowly missing nearby houses, before continuing its flight path and eventually crashing into a reservoir. Next up, FPV drone strikes on Russian soldiers in the Pokrovsk direction. And honestly, watch how exposed these guys are. The 425th Assault Regiment Skylia is operating here, and Russian soldiers in this sector simply have nowhere to go. Open terrain, no real cover, drones already locked on before they even realize what's happening. Pokrovsk has been one of the most punishing sectors on this front for months, and footage like this shows exactly why. Do you think the situation in Pokrovsk is getting worse for Russian forces? Drone pilot of Ukraine's Magyar's birds lands an impressive FPV strike on a Russian infantryman hiding in a thicket, arcing the drone over branches and twigs to land a direct hit to the legs. What really stands out here is the FPV drone's exceptional maneuverability. Even at high speed, it suddenly shifts into a steep, direct attack. This time, it's not the front line, it's the sea. A Russian unmanned surface vessel was spotted approaching one of Odessa's ports. Ukrainian Navy units detected it early and took it out before it could get anywhere near its target. And this is something we don't talk about enough on this channel. The war at sea is running parallel to everything you see on land. Unmanned boats, naval drones, port approaches. It's all happening simultaneously. Perrin Battalion is back, and they brought both heavy bombers and FPV drones to the same operation. Russian soldiers on motorcycles, trying to move fast. Soldiers on foot, trying to stay low. Neither approach worked today. Heavy bomber drones dropping strikes from above, then FPV drones chasing down whoever is still moving. Two completely different systems, working together, covering every angle. Guys, this is what a layered drone operation looks like in practice. You can't outrun the FPV. You can't hide from the bomber above. There's no in-between. Motorcycle, on foot, or vehicle. If you had to move on this battlefield, which would you choose? A Ukrainian MiG-29 just took out a Russian UAV control center. No warning, no chance to relocate. The operators, the equipment, the entire command node hit from the air before a single drone could launch. Think about what that means. Every drone that was supposed to fly from that position tonight, grounded permanently. A Ukrainian FP-2 medium-range UAV closing in on a building used by Russian soldiers in the area. And this footage shows you exactly what the pilot sees on final approach. The building filling the frame, the targeting reticle locked, and then impact. One strike, direct hit. 27 Russian Molniya strike drones, one operation, all down. Ukraine's Perun battalion cleared the sky over the Novopavlivka direction before a single one reached its target. The Molniya is built from plywood and styrofoam with cheap commercial electronics. Simple, cheap, and produced in mass numbers across decentralized sites. That's exactly what makes it dangerous. 27 stopped here, tonight. When cheap drones can be produced faster than they're intercepted? Is this a battle Ukraine can sustain long term? Let us know below. A Russian tank pushing toward Ukrainian positions in the Vovchansk direction. It didn't make it far. The FPV crews of the 429th Brigade Achilles were already watching. The moment it moved into range, they hit it. Clean, fast, no second chances. Something rare on this footage, a North Korean Type 75 multiple rocket launcher, and Signum Battalion just took it out. On top of that, 4 additional artillery pieces destroyed in the same operation on the Lyman front. All of them well camouflaged, all of them found anyway. And this is the part we want you to pay attention to. The crews worked in pairs this time, 2 drones coordinating on the same target. Because finding a camouflaged artillery position in dense terrain isn't just about having good drones. It's about patience, cold calculation, and crews that know exactly what they're looking for. The enemy hid them well. Signum found them anyway. Now, a North Korean rocket system showing up on the Lyman front. Think about what that means for a second. This war has pulled in weapons from across the world. How many of you knew North Korean artillery systems were already being deployed here? Do you remember the attack we mentioned earlier? The situation is getting worse. After the drone strikes on the Tuapse oil facility, not only did massive fires break out, but a serious oil spill has now spread into the Black Sea. The contamination continues to expand along the coastline, and cleanup efforts are already underway, but the scale of the damage makes it difficult to contain. At the same time, this strike is also creating logistical pressure. Disruptions at the refinery are affecting fuel supply and transport, which could impact operations on the front line. This shows how these attacks are not only causing environmental damage, but also putting additional strain on Russia's military logistics. Kupiansk direction, and the 151st Mechanized Brigade's Northern Eagle Drone Battalion just had a very productive day. 1 BM-21 Grad rocket launcher destroyed. Rubber boats hit on the water. Infantry positions taken out. Soldiers engaged across multiple locations, all with fiber optic FPV drones. No jamming possible. No signal to cut. And look, Kupiansk is one of the most contested sectors on the entire front. Russian forces have been pushing hard here as part of their spring offensive, trying to generate momentum in the Kharkiv direction. The Northern Eagle Battalion is one of the units standing directly in that path. A Grad launcher, rubber boats, infantry, 3 very different target types, 1 drone unit, 1 operation. When a single drone battalion can engage artillery, river crossings, and infantry positions in the same day. What does that tell you about how modern brigades are now being structured around drone units?